Hey guys, I am running straight YouTube. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm hoping my stream is coming in well because, quite frankly, I'm using hotel Wi-Fi. So I'm gonna let some people get into the chat, and then I'll let you guys know that I'm here and I made it. I'm heading. Hey, cool gamer, nice to see you. Katrina, Emma, big boy. Nice to see you guys. Hello. You guys have going to bed, Betty. Going to bed, Betty. So tomorrow's going to be a long day. Oh, some water. I drank a whole mess of water all the way up. And then I ended up, is my reception coming in good? I decided just to run straight YouTube instead of StreamYard because we're in hotels, it's just kind of crappy. So I'm at the hotel now. And then I'll be making my way over to Tennessee. So, hey guys, nice to see you. I'm safe and sound. I made it. Oh, good. Yeah, that might be what I'm going to end up having to do. I might have to. Well, see, there's a couple things I want to do tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly what. So I'm trying to decide whether I want to go in and hear the sentencing or not, or if I just want to stay out and run it from outside. Like if Court TV's got the, pool, we can do that. But I don't know how the reception will come in with the computer, because usually when I have two different like a phone and a computer going, you hear like the squealing and screeching sound, and it's really, really horrible. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do here, So we'll try to make it work. If all else fails, what I'll do is I'll go there. I'm going to be running live tomorrow. I'm going to be there bright and early. I want to see where, I want to get there early enough where I can walk around the courthouse and kind of, get a lay of the land, get some videos and stuff like that. But we'll be running live. That's what we'll be doing. We'll be running live, and I guess we'll play it by ear. I don't know if they have an overflow. Personally, I like the overflows better than in the courtroom because you're free to go out. You're not interrupting anything. You can have conversations. So I don't know if they're going to have an overflow place or not to watch the trial for media. I don't know. I have to wait until I get there in the morning. So what's tomorrow? Baby Q? No, it's Alec Murdaugh. It's here in Beaufort. So we've been covering the Alec Murdaugh case. I've made several trips to Colton County. I've went by every single scene known to man, from the whole thing with the only thing I haven't went and visited is Gloria Satterfield. So like even Mallory Beach, I went to her grave and, paid my respects there. Or I went to Stephen Smith, where his baby brother and father were. I paid my respects there. Even where Alec, by that church where Alec tried the suicide, the foiled suit, unalive plot, that it was, I went there several times and just got a lay of the land. I was at Alec's property, standing where Paul and Maggie lost their life. I mean, this is a very real case to me. I've been very disgruntled about the lack of family support for Maggie and Paul. It seems like everybody is so concerned about Alec. Everybody forgot Maggie and Paul. Not that it is that way. It just seems that way. The Murdaughs are out saving their own skin. I mean, really, if I see Dick, I think if I see Dick or James, I think I've got several questions I want to ask and see if they'll elicit a response. But I think the first one is, how confident are they now that, Jeffrey Hill was arrested for wiretapping, how confident are they about getting their motion for new trial? What are their feelings on the motion for new trial? What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? I don't know if they'll tell me the strengths and weaknesses going into into that hearing, which is going to be scheduled later down the road. I don't know. But I have a feeling that's going to be upcoming, and we're going to have multiple appeals like this financial crime stuff. With the plea deal, they took like 100 and some odd charges and negotiated it down to 20 or 22 different financial crimes. It was a plea deal. So the good news is with the plea deal, I mean, they say you can't appeal anything, but on good grounds and with good cause, you can appeal just about anything. It's very difficult, but they say you can't. It's unappealable. Depending on if you have there's a lot of different things that go into certain aspects. If you can find something in the contract or something in the plea deal that was, really, really bad or something, yeah, you got a case, but it's very, very few. It's very difficult. I mean, as you can see going on here lately, I mean, even with Alec Murdaugh and the appeals, I mean, the appeals process is brutal. Like, it's not easy. When people actually get like a motion for new trial, they have to fight. It is not easy unless it's so egregious or it was so bad that, the appeal court has no other choice. But typically it is a real big fight. It's never easy. Once you're convicted, you want to get it before you're convicted. And that's why so many things settle, with plea deals and stuff like that. One, it's very expensive to go to trial. Two, it's I don't know. You don't have as much of appeal rights as you do going to trial. Like Alec Murdaugh for the murder of his wife and son, he's going to be appealing that conviction. I mean, we're at stage one, just trying to get the new trial, right? But he's going to have appeals for the next, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years. So he's going to be in and out of court over the next few years, appealing and fighting the court hearing. But I'm going to tell you, it's very hard. But he's a well-to-do attorney. He'll have nothing but time on his hands inside jail. They have access to a law library. As Alec Murdaugh integrates, he would probably be your jailhouse attorney, right? They need people. Everybody has kind of their role, right? Everybody kind of has the role in jail. And so being the jailhouse attorney can give you, get you some good points, some brownie points across everybody, because everybody's going to need your help. So he is in an advantage, but he's still a high profile person. There's a lot of sick people in prison that will want to get to him. So I don't know if any foreseeable future he's going to be put in general population if he's not already. I mean, I would think that at this point, if he's not in general pop, it's going to be a while before he is in general pop, if that ever. So I don't know if he truly is or how he's conducting his life. I have not looked into that aspect of it yet. But guys, I'm exhausted. I've been on the road quite a bit. I'm checked in. I'm just chilling. I'm going to take, get to sleep. Because I wake up so damn early anyways. So I want to go get a lay of the land at the courthouse and find out where. I got some warm clothes because I know I'm going to be in Tennessee. It's pretty chilly here, but not, it's okay. My poor little, I'm flip-flop queen, right? So I leave Florida in flip-flops. And by the time I'm checking into the hotel, my poor little digits are so frozen. I can't even feel them. I can't even feel my little toes. I can feel my feet. My feet were fine. It's just my little toes. They were so cold. They were so cold in those flip-flops. So I did bring boots. I brought tennis shoes. I've got boots. I've got everything I need. So, yeah, good. So everything's good. Oh, thank you, blessed mom. Let me see what else you guys got. Oh, and for all those that are sending gifts to the house, do not worry. I have informed my neighbor to be on the lookout. Then I explained to him I'm getting a mess of boxes. I apologize to him. So I figured I'd buy him a bottle of Jameson when I get back for all of his work and help while I've been gone. Because by the time I get back, I think it's going to be about a week. And I don't even know if I'm going straight back, to be honest with you. I may decide to go gallivanting around. I have not. I have not a clue. I may go to my sister's in Louisiana. I got nothing but time, right? I got nothing but time. So we'll be over in Tennessee in a couple days, and other than that, guys, be here tomorrow morning. I will be running live out in front of Beaufort County Courthouse, going over the latest and greatest of Alec Murdaugh. And, we'll just be rocking it out. I'm going to try to get him going into the courthouse if possible. If I can get there early enough and figure out where everything is, get my ears on the ground, talk to some law enforcement officers, see where they want me to set up, and we'll be rocking and rolling tomorrow. So be here. Or be there, be square, right? Be there, be square. So we will be. Now, I got to tell you, coming into town, it got dark here. I think it was like 6:00. It was almost, the moon's out. It's nuts. The moon's out and it's 6:00, dark time. So I'm hoping, like I said, I adore your dedication. It's an amazing, oh, thank you. I never really, it's when I'm away from home, big boy, it's not really an enjoyable time. It's literally the grind. It is grind all the time. And sometimes I'm able to go live. Sometimes I'm not. This is going to be one of those events that it for the foreseeable future, like outside of the hearing for the new trial and stuff like that, I think we may be wrapping up Alec Murdaugh's debuts in the courthouses. I mean, I can't guarantee it, but I think at least until after the new year, I think we might be good, but I could be wrong. I haven't checked everything. It took me pulling teeth to even try to find a docket. Like you can't even find a docket online. I wish these court systems, it's public records, for the love of Christ, everybody needs to be online. This whole thing about wasting taxpayer money to have a position there so you can call somebody and say, hey, can you email me this? It's 2023. Put this crap online. I don't care what these states have to do, but just get this stuff online. Everybody's interested in everybody's business. It's public records. If I'm in Florida and I want to look at a South Carolina court record, I should be able to look at it. It's a freaking docket. It's not the end of the flipping world. I don't know what the politicians or bureaucrats need to do, but let's get it together. All these states need to get it together. One place, go to it, either that or break them up by county, break them up by district. That's what Florida does. Each court has its own search system. I don't know. It's frustrating as all hell. I got to be honest with you. I love what Idaho does. They block you out of the court system or block you out of the court record, but they have this, the interest, like the cases of interest. So these are higher profile cases that there's a lot of public interest. They put everything just right onto a separate website. And you can't tell me that South Carolina doesn't know this is the most historic event in South Carolina history in the foreseeable future. So, I mean, what gives? Why are we having to pull teeth to find a docket? It's a pain in the ass. And I know you can go to Pacer, but I hate Pacer. It's just a pain in the ass to pull from Pacer as well. So it's like you get no real easy way of doing anything. It just kind of sucks a little bit. I got to tell you, it took me an hour and a half. I'm like, So what did you guys think about the live on the other channel today? Did you guys like it? I mean, it was kind of a chill, and I know we were kind of having a bitch fest over there, but it's not going to be like that. I just felt like it was a great day to cleanse our souls and move on. You know what I'm saying? And then now we're going to work on that channel and get that channel up and running. It's going to be completely different. I promise it's going to be completely different. Some people are going to like it. Some people are going to absolutely hate it. And that's okay, right? That's okay. The ones that want to come one, come all, right? We're going to be valuing, we're going to have to grin and bear a lot of differing of opinions because I anticipate this other channel, it's going to rock the boat. It's going to rock the boat a lot. So, go big or go home. That's the motto for the Bullhorn Betty channel, right? So don't forget, Grayson is still in need of a lot of stuff. If you want to know who Grayson is the little 8-year-old boy. We kind of adopted a family this year for Christmas. And so the Bullhorn Betty channel is crowdfunding their best and getting this little 8-year-old boy and his mother a really special Christmas this year. And we want everything to the house, if possible, by December 8th. And that gives me, because I'll be back at the office by the 9th. And we'll have this. I want to be over to the church by the 10th. So I guess I can't gallivant too awfully much, right? But December 8th is Leilani Simon's hearing. So we'll be in Savannah, Georgia on the 8th for that hearing. Everybody asks me, what do I mean about we? We are a team. When I say we, you guys are coming with me, okay? Do you guys not see yourselves on the other end of this camera? Right? We. That is the other bed. It is my shelf, right? It is my shelf. I have, when I go out, I have one bed to hold all my shit and another bed to sleep in. I'm not lying. I really am not. I'm not lying. I always go out and I always get, I very rarely ever, unless it's cheaper to get a king bed, I very rarely get a king bed. I always try to get two because you get a bigger room and you got a place for all your crap, right? When you're in the business that I'm in, like I got 15 freaking phones here. I've got a computer. I got a hotspot. I've got a stand here to lift this thing up so you guys aren't looking, seeing everything below, right? I mean, even my suit, you guys don't even want to see my suitcase. My suitcase is like literally overflowing. You would think I'm like going overseas for like a month. Okay. You would never know that I'm literally out of the house for like a week, less than a week. I pack that much shit because you never know what you're going to need. Like I've got extension cords, I got little power boxes. I've got like 15 batteries. I got 15 phones. I got a computer. I got a 80-pound backpack and 2 external hard drives just in case. And you never mind the memory cards, the USB storage. I mean, you name it, I got it. You need something on like I said, you know what? Like I said, these people out here, these mainstream media people, they don't want to say anything bad about Bullhorn Betty because when they need my help, I'm right there helping. Okay. Now you know what the secret sauce is out here on these streets, right? You always have everything somebody needs in a jam. You make pretty good friends really quickly. Trust me, I know how it's done. I know how to do this thing now, right? Oh, I'm sure I'm going to be getting the stink eye from some mainstream media. If I get some stink eye from mainstream media, we're doing a good job here. If we're making them work harder, are you going to stream? What? I wish you guys. Did Olivia travel this time? Olivia's meeting me in Tennessee. So I'll be meeting up with Olivia in a couple days. So for those that don't know, we are officially looking for both Layla and Holly Snap, Holland Snap rather. And we're going out there to just, check out, what's going on. We're not really going to be making contact with anyone or anything like that. We're just going to be kind of sneaking and peeking. We're just going to go out there and see if we can find out any additional information. We're not really doing a whole lot. We're going to go back and kind of replicate some of the search stuff that we did previously, maybe go back to some of the original witnesses because there's been conflicting stories coming from an idiot. And I just want to make sure, because we've talked to several we've talked to law enforcement first and foremost. Law enforcement is not one that tells you much of anything. Okay. If they accidentally let something go, they accidentally let something go. But at this moment, I can tell you for a fact, we have eyewitnesses at the AmeriCorps Hotel that saw her. We recorded their statements. We've got their information. She left there. She was terrified. She was looking around corners. We don't know it. They brought up that it's possible that she was looking for, she was told that law enforcement was looking for her. So she could have been scared that it was law enforcement. There was law enforcement that comes around there periodically because of the type of hotel it is. It's known for, a lot of the community service outreach programs send a lot of the homeless people there and let them stay in shelter. There's a lot of drug activity there. There's a lot of prostitution there. There's a lot of stuff going on at that hotel that's very unsavory. Okay. It just is what it is. Okay. She ran from there. She was looking absolutely terrified, so much so that it got the attention of some of the residents, and they were trying to help her. She did not tell them anything. She just kept running to the point that she actually fell. They watched her fall as she was trying to get away. And she ran over to the trees, to that tree line over. And it was kind of crazy because before we put our foots at the AmeriCorps and started talking to people, we drove around because that's what we do. We kind of get a lay of the land and start, strategizing where she could have possibly be. And it was kind of crazy because when we drove past the AmeriCorps, there was this patch there's trees all around it. So when they said she ran for the trees, literally we're looking around at AmeriCorps saying, great, which section of trees did she go to? It was just like that. And so we looked and looked and looked, and we identified this one patch that seemed more conducive for the events that they were describing at the AmeriCorps. And so what we strategized was, we said we really need to work backwards because we know for a fact the last time she was seen was at the Marble Slab Creamery. From my understanding, and this is my understanding, do your own research, but when I say this is my understanding, it really is my understanding. It is confirmed that she was at the Marble Slab Creamery. Okay. I know there's some Yahoo out here that doesn't know his ass from his elbow, telling people that the last place that she was confirmed to have been seen was at the AmeriCorps. And I'm telling you, no, that is absolutely incorrect. We have multiple statements, multiple witnesses that saw her that day. So we do have several windows of time that we're trying to close up. The first window of time, we would really like to close up the window of time, obviously, Marble Slab and after. But I think that if we can close up the 3.5 hour, 4 hour gap from when she got on the green belt to the time she went to the Marble Slab, it might clarify where she may have went after the Marble Slab, if that makes sense. Because it may have been that she went to somebody's house. They didn't have a phone. They didn't have whatever. And she decided to walk back and see if she could borrow somebody's phone. There is a number of possibilities, and we just don't know. We just don't know. What we do know is she's gone. And we've got a newspaper article saying that it appears that Holland Snap and Layla Santinello may have frequented the same circle. I haven't confirmed that at all. And that's why I'm not taking, we're talking about Holland Snap, but we're talking about Holland Snap in just such a mild way, because we're only including her in the sense because of the article that we heard that it's possible where Layla and Holland may have ran in the same circles. So that's really the only aspect that we're looking at with Holland. I mean, of course, if we find something out there looking for Layla, naturally we'll turn all that in and get that information. And of course, if we find anything at all, we'll also turn that in as well. We use programs on our phones to monitor where we went, because we always give those reports either to the family or to law enforcement, so they know exactly where we've been. We always keep one of these programs running at all times, and then it keeps us in good graces with law enforcement. I don't know, they just like these things from us, right? They like these things. They like knowing where we were It's either they learn to trust us like that, or they get it, they end up like having us followed by an undercover. I mean, they think we don't know this shit, but we do, you know. And it's like it's really obvious too, because we it's just crazy. But yeah, like even when we were on the green belt the last time we were there were just some people that were just kind of sitting around, you know. They were just kind of weird. They blended in, but they didn't. And they blended in, but they didn't. And I think it wasn't you, Sonia. I think I'm like looking. I'm like, man, I think there's some people watching us out here. Well, we were out there the day before, and they weren't out there. But the day that we were scheduled to be out there, that we told law enforcement we were going to be out there, that is when we started seeing these people just kind of hanging out, you know. And they weren't hanging out together. Like one person will be just kind of, you know, kind of looking this way and sipping on like I don't know. Sonia's gonna have to say it, because we saw somebody, because there was somebody out there, and I'm like, I think that's law enforcement. I really do. So it's 9:30 there, Betty. I know. I'm exhausted. I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed so I can get some rest and wake up rested. Because right now you can see my tired. I'm like really tired. So I just need to get some sleep, and I'll be bright and ready and early tomorrow. So I'm as soon as I wake up, I'm getting out of this room and going and getting set up somewhere, because I have a funny feeling it's going to be a media circus out there, and I want to make sure that I can walk the courthouse to find the best location for me to set up. Because this is the first time I've been at Beaufort Courthouse. Pretty soon we're going to have this down pat. Like we already got like Chatham County Courthouse down. We got, you know, Idaho. We got that down. You know, we got Colton County down. We got that one down pat. So, you know, pretty soon as we navigate, we're going to be like, oh yeah, that's that church. Oh, you need to go around to the back and set up back there. You'll get the best shots over there. Trust me. Right. There's no better way to get information than boots on the ground. It's why we do this stuff. You know, when I'm home, you see how I can read, like even when we were doing the Danilo Cavalcante, I was sitting there publishing a 2002 van, because that's what an article told me. An article, what was it? The Independent had it listed as a 2002 refrigerator truck van, right? So a 2002 and a 2020, it was a transposition of the numbers, but it surely made a big difference, right? So I'm trying to get information out. I'm reading this article verbatim, and then I find out I'm telling everybody the wrong van, because every single, like there was 3 articles there that all had 2002. It's like on the Telegraph, somebody must have typoed it and they just cut and pasted it. I don't know. So we did get it clarified. I think it was like, I don't know. It was something like 12 hours. I was running a 2002 van for 12 hours because of these yahoos. Long story short, you just don't have those problems when you're boots on the ground. You just don't. And it's why we do this. And I say we, because I'm talking about we, but I'm also talking about, you know, Olivia and our team, our actual physical team. And that team changes depending on what location we're in. Like we have a team in Georgia. When we go to Georgia, we see the same people that advocate for the case. When we come to Tennessee, we have the same people in Tennessee that advocate for the case. So the team changes depending on what state. But as far as we are always going everywhere, because that's what we do. And I have to tell you, tomorrow I'm kind of, I don't know. It's almost weird, because I think I'm kind of Alec Murdaugh out. You know, I really am. I'm ready for him to quit getting attention. You know, and it sounds really petty of me. I'm petty Betty today, and I'm fine with that. But I'm really tired of him getting attention, because I think this whole time he has stolen the attention that Paul and Maggie should have had. And it really does hurt me. There's just something in me that's just so pissed off at the Murdaugh family that it's like, no matter who I see, it's like, I almost want to tell them about themselves. Like, how dare you? Your brother killed your sister-in-law and your nephew, and you guys took his ass up, and you didn't do nothing for this woman. You covered his butt, covered his butt, covered his butt. What about Maggie? Where's Maggie's justice in all this? Where's Paul's justice in all this? Because it made me sick seeing Buster sitting on the side of the room for his father. What about his mom? What about his brother? And that goes for the entire Murdaugh family. Not one Murdaugh had the integrity or the character or class to get their ass up and move over to Maggie's side. Even if it was just for an hour. Just to show respect to her, you know? Just to show her respect. All right, guys, that's my 2 cents. Don't spend it all at once. I'm here. I want to get some sleep, but we're going to be rocking and rolling bright and early. So be here, be there, be square. Now, this is the only problem. If it's too dark, now it doesn't really matter because I've got my light. So we're going to be freezing our little rear ends off. If I'll let you guys know where I'm at. I will take hot coffee for tips. I will tell you that. I will not be shy. I will e-beg for hot coffee tomorrow. If you see me getting a little blue, you know, that's the SOS. That's the SOS. So guys, I'll see you soon. We're going to be rocking and rolling first thing in the morning. I'm ready to finally get this done and over with. This is not going to be the last. Obviously, it's Alec Murdaugh, and he's just going to keep fighting and 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 keep fighting. And he's just going to keep drowning out the noise when it's never even about Maggie. It's never going to be about Paul. It's always going to be about him. No matter where we go, it's always going to be about. You know, has he even said anything about his wife and son, or is it just out of sight, out of mind now? You know, it makes me wonder. It really does. I don't know how cold it's going to be tomorrow. I'll have to get up out of this bed. I'll have to go outside just to check it out to see what kind of clothes I got to wear because it warms up during the day. So I've got to probably have 2 layers on so I can have a warmer layer or a cooler layer under and a warmer layer on top so I can take that off as it starts heating up. But we'll see. I know I have a funny feeling I'm going to freeze. I'm hoping that it doesn't get that cold, but we'll see. All right, guys, I love you. God bless you. We're here and we're going to be part of history. We're going to be part of history. This is history. As sick as and twisted as this is history being made. I mean, it's a Murdaugh. It's all right, guys. Peace.